Let the speculation begin. In this episode, we take a look at the rumors here that CM Punk is looking to return to WWE. So, I mean, the only thing I want to know is what happened to the real world championship and does he still have it? But, anyways, let's get to this. Welcome to Bad Guy Wrestling. So today, like I said, we're going to take a look at CM Punk. This is since his exit from AEW, getting fired at their biggest pay-per-view to date at Wembley Stadium. What is it, All In or All? I think it's All In, All Out. I don't know. They was a week apart and can never tell them apart anymore. But anyways, the news is that CM Punk is looking at a possible WWE return, which is it's kind of expected as far as making sure that if you're still in front of the TV, your options aren't limited in a sense. I mean, there's plenty of promotions. There's New Japan. There's Impact. There's obviously there was AEW, but I mean, you're CM Punk. I mean, I feel like him going to AEW was only because he wasn't in WWE and burn bridges and all that kind of stuff. Or, I mean, maybe you're on his side. I don't care actually. I don't care what side is any of this. I just want entertainment. So anyway, so I mean, I don't see him at this point. He looks like he can be very choosy about what he wants to do, and so I don't see him going overseas. I don't see wrestling in New Japan and Impact. To no one. He's too big for that. So it's WWE bound or nothing, I guess, at this point. Also surprising because this big falling out because of Triple H and the alleged getting fired on his wedding date, AJ Lee, and Triple H saying he didn't know that happened and it's a clerical mistake, and besides just all the other stuff between the two of them that led up to that moment and then him being released. So let's take a look. See here. Latest on CM Punk's possible WWE return. Dave Metzler suggests potential timeline. So, okay, here's the interesting part here. It says, here we go. If he was to join WWE, then the upcoming WWE Survivor Series, and guess what? Chicago, Illinois would be the perfect time to pull the trigger for a surprise return. Yeah, and so I go and I confirm it here, and yeah. It's in Chicago. I mean, I wouldn't have cared as much where it was, but as we've seen with AEW, when Punk was in there, anytime he goes to Chicago, they show out. What was it? All in, or whatever, the collision and whatever that they had after All Out, or whichever one was first. So that's going to be my thing. Never getting those put together. But, I mean, it makes sense. So if you can, I think even if these rumors are coming out, that means that they're interested. I mean, it's Vince McMahon after all. He smells money. Like, I don't even know. I bet he would strike up a deal with Ted Leonsis still, or he'd be best friends with him if he thought it was good for the product. Even though they had not Ted, did I say Ted Leonsis, TNT Ted there, but not Ted Leonsis, Ted Turner of the Turner Network. Ted Leonsis is the owner of the Capitals and the Wizards here in DC. But anyway, so if Ted Turner was to walk in the door and had a business pleasure and he's like, Vance, I need to tell you something that's going to make us a lot of money, I think he would listen. So I have no second thoughts on that WWE would take him back. I don't think they hold grudges in that sense, at least as far as like somebody quitting. I mean, they brought back Ultimate Warrior and with all his crap, and so I mean, Hogan came back. I don't think they hold a long grudge in this company. Where in AEW, I doubt there's too much ego at play, in the sense of like the egos are running the show. Like they make business decisions based on ego. I mean, I've covered this before. That's why I'm referring back to it. Is like we're making it based on emotions and friendship, and not on business decisions and entertainment. But so, yeah, easily. WWE brings him back. I think it's a smart choice. I think Punk should jump at it if he wants to have another run in a career. I think he could still main event. Absolutely. I mean, he definitely main event and hold a world title in AEW. Beats Jon Moxley. So, I mean, that's not... It like comes out there with the real world championship when he comes back, even though undermine MJF. So he would easily, he would fit back 100% back in WWE, and really he's even more real now than he was then, probably, with this. I mean, he's gonna do what he wants. He doesn't care in that sense. Like he's not putting the smart decision in the sense of like, oh, what's good for my career and stuff. Like you can tell he's done, or not done with wrestling, but done with caring. Like he doesn't have to wrestle another day in his life, but he can if he wants to. And that's pretty cool, but it's also like something he could easily walk away from. Would he be full-time and any of that stuff? I mean, he was doing mostly full-time in AEW, and he was he's getting injured a lot, so maybe it would be smarter to have him back off a little bit. But I mean, if Roman can wrestle once in a blue moon and still hold a championship, I don't see why CM Punk wouldn't. So let's ask that question then. Could CM Punk actually hold a championship in WWE? And with this, I don't mean Intercontinental. I don't mean the US title. Absolutely. He walked in day one, get those. He'd have one on each shoulder. That is not in question. He could be easily tag team champion. It's whether or not he could have the Universal or the WWE championship. So that begs the question then. So he's not big enough to beat Roman Reigns right now. I mean, kind of there was the whole hype about he had been gone for 7 years, and then really, how many matches did he really have in the span in AEW? Because a lot of it was injured. So probably not like, he's not going to come in, take title off of Roman Reigns or anything like that. I would be very shocked to see that. Over on Raw now, could he beat a Seth Rollins? I think he could beat a Seth Rollins if they. Seth Rollins losing the title doesn't really matter that much. He's a made man in that sense. He could easily. CM Punk is the one that really needs it more than Rollins does. And even now on this past Raw, they're kind of hinting at back injury. Well, not hinting, he's saying his back's holding on by a thread, but maybe this is hinting at him taking a break for a while and things like that. It could make a lot of sense. CM Punk could easily be a title holder, a world champion on Raw, build back up the credibility, see what happens with Roman, maybe post-Roman, things like that. Because no one's knocking Roman off until like he's probably taking some time off, or he's probably not. He's going to be on top until he doesn't want to be on top, and that's the only thing. Not that CM Punk isn't on that kind of superstar level. He is. Him and Cody Rhodes are two pretty much top guys now. They'll go along with the WWE guys. Obviously Cody's a WWE guy now, but I just mean like the guys who left AEW to go to WWE. And so I think it makes a lot of sense, and he would be able to, I think some of it, the WWE would be able to keep him in line to an extent where, remember, CM Punk got fired, and but they kept him around for a long time and like dealt with it for a long time. It sounds like. I mean, I'm on CM Punk's side. I don't care, but I'll probably always take wrestling talent over the company just from an entertainment perspective. But he's. I think they have nothing to lose on this. So he comes in. If he acts a fool, good. Put a camera in front of him when he acts a fool. And then build it into a storyline. That's one other thing that the WWE does. They put stuff into real storylines from real life. Remember Matt Hardy and his girlfriend at the time, or was it wife or fiance? I don't know. His significant other was Alita, and ends up was it cheating? I'm really trying to remember this guy's was it Edge, and then they cheating with Edge, and then they turned it into a real life storyline, and then Lita's now, was it Lita? Yeah, Lita aligns with Rated R Superstar. They have remember they have that stupid what was it, the live sex show thing. It was just them under a blanket in the ring on a bed, and it was stupid. It was but they made it in the storyline. Other things, there's a pointless thing in here. Go back to AEW now, and I love AEW. You probably think I'm crapping on them, but I probably watch them more consistently than I do WWE. And so I mean, I don't know how they didn't make that backstage skirmish the first time. Why they didn't with FTR and with the Elite, or no, it wasn't FTR, was on Punk's side with the Elite. How the hell in the world did they not make that a storyline when he came back? Just put that drama into the ring. How did they not? But they didn't. They keep them apart. They put them on separate shows. They cater too much to that, to the divaness of that. For both of them, both sides. I mean, both of them is stupid. But you really think WWE is going to do that? I don't know for sure, but it doesn't seem like their track records to be like that. So, maybe that'll keep them in check for a while longer. If you get a year out of them, 2 years, hell, 3. I mean, that's a major success, especially at this point in Punk's career. Let's see, how old is he? Right here. Let's see. We got he's 44 years old. I mean, obviously he could wrestle as long as he wants. But big guy, but he's not I'm sure his joints and stuff aren't as wore down as some of the real big jacked out guys, but I'm sure he's still feeling it, aches and pains. But so you get 3 years out of him. He's 47 years old, approaching 50 then. And here realistically, how many years does CM Punk actually have left in his career for wrestling? And I mean in ring top, main event CM Punk here, not main event Jey Uso, but main event CM Punk here. Because I mean, obviously he could do like Ric Flair, keep coming back for as long as he wants. But as far as a major draw, maybe till he's 50, if he wants it at most. But realistically, maybe another 2-3 years or something like that. So I think it's worth the risk, and I think it's something they do. So yeah, let's start getting to it. So final thoughts on this one. I mean, AEW, I've covered this nauseum. Should have never even let it get to that point, and they let him walk. He was perfectly happy being in AEW. It seemed like, besides the drama and stuff, but like he was happy entertaining in there. And so major loss, just another head scratching moment from them. I mean, I thought WWE had some head scratching moments, but no, not compared to some of the stuff they're doing over there in AEW. But then this would be a major pickup for WWE to go along with getting Cody back, Jade Cargill signing, bring back CM Punk, next year go after MJF. I mean, you can set the tone here easily that you're still the big dog. You're still the Roman Reigns of the wrestling world. But I hope this goes through, and I hope they're able to make it work, and I hope that I get to see more CM Punk. And here's what I really hope is that he takes the AEW Real World Championship with him, does like an Alexa Blaze, throws a trash can, or he walks around with it on. I don't even care, because none of this is going to happen, but it would be hysterical if he did something like that. I would love it. It would be iconic forever. But yeah, so anyways, thanks guys. Please like, subscribe, the thing that everyone says. I also have my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and whatnot on there. So thanks again, and we'll talk soon.